the regular viewers on this channel already know about this truck. This truck is affectionately known as Old Blue, and I'm sure there's a lot of trucks that are called that, but this was the first Coyote swap truck I had ever built, and I built it on the channel. It's 5 years ago now. There were not a whole lot of people doing this swap 5 or 6 years ago. Now there's all kinds of companies that make all sorts of parts, and you know, there's a lot more support today, which is the reason that I have this truck in front of me. The deal with Old Blue is we built it with a 2011 through 14 F150 Coyote engine. We also used an automatic transmission. Now, 5 or 6 years ago, you could not get a Ford Performance Pack controller for the F150 engine and a 6R80 auto. So you couldn't buy a new harness. So the only way to get that to work was either go into ECU yourself, delete the pads, save some of the data, save, you know, you needed to know what you were doing in order to change an F150 auto harness and ECU. We had that engine and we had that auto trans, and that's what was going in it. So the way that I came up with back then was get a Ford Performance Pack controller and unlocked ECU stripped of all the other vehicle data, and this basically will control a manual transmission Coyote engine from anything, and it did. So then I needed to control the 6R80, and back then there were very few companies offering this. This one was done by Performance Automatic, and we picked this controller up and it worked. The truck ran and drove fine, but over the years we've had this on the dyno several times, and each time we take it to a different guy because, interestingly enough, they didn't stay in business very long. Getting this truck on and off several dynos and having several tuners inside of these two separate controllers, we ended up with a bit of miscommunication between the two. And the truck wasn't really shifting at the right points. It wasn't really acting the way it used to or the way it should after these people tinker with it. So now, in 2022, there is a lot more support for these engines. So what we did, we pulled out the entire system out of this truck. I did it in a couple hours, and then we ordered this. This is a complete F150 11 through 14 plus auto 6R80 auto trans controller for the whole entire package. It's plug and play. It's all marked. The company was Hotwire Auto. They're super good. I am not affiliated with them in any way. We just know they supply this stuff. So we tried it out, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to push all this other stuff off to the side. I'm going to string that out, lay it out, and get it installed. This is what it looks like with nothing plugged in, none of the covers on the engine, the battery's out, the ECU's out, and we're going to string all this stuff onto this motor and see how it's going to arrange. I should start. This is the ECU plug, which I have the ECU stuck under there. It's not here yet. That's coming in a couple of days. But let's take this engine and see what it's going to take. These go inside. OBD2, power, ground, shift up, shift down. All right, so these are going inside. They really want all this stuff inside the car. In this bundle, we had passenger side coils and passenger side injectors, and they keep the like items together. For example, we have the throttle body control and the two VCT sensors go here, so you really can't get it wrong. I mean, I suppose you can, but I'm gonna just keep doing process of elimination. We got the driver's side in, and I would prefer this bundle go under this, so I'm going to pop this off. But it's kind of process of elimination. They only go where they go. Injectors and coils on both sides. We're just going to start plugging up stuff that I know exactly what it is, and then we'll be left with what's left. Variable cam timing, I believe, is what this is. God, who's the guy that built this thing? Jeez, what a piece of crap. I'm kidding. But I definitely would have did a few things different. Like I would have done this. I see why I did it though, because it's visible and I didn't want to plug there. So I ran it back underneath the cover. So when this is all buttoned up, it's got that big U-shaped cover and the body color coil covers. So it looks real good. I think I'm just going to take this and lay it aside for now, since I'm going to be fiddling around in here for quite some time. If I remember right, these are going to be a wonderful challenge to get these installed, because I have to stand on my head or lay in here. What's the weight capacity of this? One fat guy? Probably. These go on the back of the head back there. These go back here. That's a ground. I need to get that out of the way because that's difficult. I got the knock sensor, the capacitor, both cam sensors. This is an O2 sensor that goes down there. This bundle, they really want it inside. You're supposed to go inside, and then all of these, your constant hot, your shift, OBD, but the problem is I don't want the ECU inside. It's not going inside. The ECU is buried under this battery tray, and that's how it's going to go. So really, that is in the wrong place. You don't even need it, to be honest. I might cut it off for looks, but not until the truck runs again. So I'm not going to do anything for now with that, other than the absolute knowns, which that's a starter lead. These all definitely go inside. So I got to shove those through that little hole down there and drag them over. I would like it a lot better if all of this stuff was in there, because really all this should be hidden inside the truck. Right. And for me to run this out here and then go from here, some of these signals need to be inside. So I don't think I like this outside. I think I do want it all in there. So, this all goes in the ECU. Where do I hide it? How much more of this comes in? Because I might be able to get it under the seat. Once I figure out what most of those are. Accelerator pedal. Trans plug, I gotta get that in. Yeah, I painted that blue many years ago. Alright, let's get the fuck. There's one of them right there. The engine is plugged in, everything is attached to the engine as it should be. I got the O2 sensors on, the transmission plug, and everything is inside of the cab. After all day of messing around with this, we got the new ECU programmed, we have all the relays, the way the kit came. There's a couple of things we're not going to use, but the long and short of it is, let's see how we did. Obviously, I'm just going to leave all this like that because no one cares. I'll clean all this up afterwards, but that's a bonus. Power steering and everything. You got a horn? No, that's weak. Wouldn't it be funny if I pushed the horn and the truck shut off? We've been fighting it all day. It's been hours. There was a couple of little unclear items, but we got them. Yeah, let's drive it. Well, yeah.
That's just sitting there.
Oh, the rear end, yeah. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And as always, thanks for watching. Follow this channel so that you can see Old Blue going down the road sideways with billowing smoke coming out the back. Thanks. I'll see you soon.